This is your Uncle TreeJam, and we are back with Mass Effect 2. Last time we left off, we continued battling our way through Corliss's wreckage in order to get to Dr. Okeer, and now we're actually at Dr. Okeer's lab. Only thing left for us to do is to go ahead and move inside, and we're going to meet with a familiar face. So we take a look over here, we actually have someone that we saw from Mass Effect 1. We have Dr. Rana Thanopsis. If you remember Dr. Thanopsis, she was actually a researcher from Saren's cloning facility on Virmire, and it seems that we found her here doing some, what seems to be, questionable research. Let's find out more about that.
Shepard, don't shoot. You know me.
Indeed we do.
I shut down the security cams as soon as I saw it was you. Never thought I'd say it, but I'm glad it's you shooting up the place. Sorry, Rana Thanopsis. You let me go when you destroyed Saren's lab on Virmire. Had to outrun a nuke in a utility pod, but it's still a second chance.
No one in Saren's lab was worth saving. Bringing that up won't help you here.
Yeah, I'm not proud of what went on there, but I'm using what we learned for the greater good. Not for the mercs. Jedore's on a standard power trip. But Okeer is trying to do something good, even if his methods are a little extreme. Everyone deserves a second chance, right? And sometimes giving one pays off. I take care of my debts.
What is Okeer trying to do here?
It's complicated. Jedore wants a private army, but Okeer mostly ignores her. He's running the project for his own reasons. I created a mental imprint routine to educate his tank bred. Most don't get through it. He dumps them for some reason. He wants to help his people, but he's not looking for a genophage cure, and he's not going for numbers. That's all I know.
Finding you in a place like this makes me think letting you go was a mistake. You don't want that.
We agree on that. Don't worry. I plan on staying as far away from anything to do with you as possible. Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna run like hell before you blow the place or something. I know how you work.
Should have killed her. Too much knowledge without ethical boundaries.
Now, we cannot actually kill her in this moment whatsoever. Once you make your decision in Mass Effect 1, the decision is pretty much set in stone. And we're going to be seeing a little bit more about Rana Thanopsis in Mass Effect 3. It's going to be one of those things that's a consequence, non-consequence, where it feels like there should have been an opportunity to actually meet up with her and do something, but unfortunately that never comes to fruition. Instead, we will get an extranet message about something that happens, and that will be basically the closest thing we get to the consequence for letting Thanopsis live in Mass Effect 1. But let's go ahead and move forward, and we've gotten a little bit of an idea of what Dr. Okeer is trying to do. He's not trying to cure the genophage, he's trying to use another means of getting around it. The Krogan clone, or rather, I guess Krogan tank bred we met a bit earlier actually hinted at that same thing. Well, let's go ahead and meet with Dr. Okeer and find out more. I think we got everything from this room, so we should be good.
Here you are. I've watched your progress.
And that'll be relevant a bit later, but for now, let me go ahead and do some looting. Don't remember if there's anything. There is, right here.
This might be useful.
And I think that might be everything. Alright, well, let's go ahead and meet with Dr. Okeer, talk with him face to face, and find out a little bit more about his plans for the genophage.
It's about time. The batteries on these tanks will not wait while you play with these idiotic mercs.
Not the smartest way to greet the heavily armed group that just kicked in your door.
I'm sure whoever sent you doesn't want me dead. No one looks for me without a motive. Certainly not the deceased Shepard. Surprised. All Krogan should know you. I'm sure Rana has already revisited your actions on Virmire.
I'm sure you're eager to retell the story.
Such a tale. Saren, the Spectre Traitor, threatens the return of the Krogan horde by curing the genophage, undoing the gentle genocide of the Turians and Solarians. But before Saren can deliver his endless troops, in rides Shepard, securing victory through nuclear fire. I like that part. It has weight.
I didn't have a lot of room for finesse. If there'd been any other solution, I'd have considered it.
But I approve. Saren's pale horde were not true Krogan. Numbers alone are nothing. The mistake of an outsider, one that these mercenaries have also made. I gave their leader my rejects for her army, but she grows impatient. It's time for you to take me out of here.
Personal issues irrelevant. Here for the collectors.
I see. Yes, collector attacks have increased. A human concern. My requests were focused elsewhere. I acquired the knowledge to create one pure soldier. With that, I will inflict upon the genophage the greatest insult an enemy can suffer. To be ignored.
So you don't want to cure the genophage?
Contrary to what survivors claim, the genophage does not produce strong Krogan. The only quality it filters is the ability to survive the genophage. For every 1,000 stillborn, too many weaklings live. Every survivor is branded as precious. That's produced more cuddling than your collective human teats. I say, let us carry the genophage. Let 1,000 die in a clutch. We will defeat it by climbing atop our dead. That is the Krogan way.
You're just as cruel and manipulative as those who released the genophage on your people.
Perhaps, but I will restore the Krogan, and my soldier will not provoke a nuclear response as a cure or horde would. My legacy is perfection, with each pure Krogan reaching higher by standing on our dead. They will exceed, but not forget.
I thought the Krogan ideal was a return to the numbers that threatened the galaxy.
We will not need numbers. My soldier is a template. It is a greater threat than all the Phantom siblings that would have been at its flank. The galaxy still bears the scars of the Horde, but it will learn to fear the Lance.
Your search for the perfect soldier created a lot of failures. You don't care about them?
I failed no one. My rejects are exactly what Jedore asked for. She simply lacks the ability to command. They are strong, healthy, and useless to me. I need perfection. If a few thousand are rejected, so be it. My work will purify the Krogan. We will not be restored. We will be renewed.
What did you get from the collectors? I need whatever you know about them.
They are strange. So isolated, yet very available when your sacrifice is big enough. I gave them mini Krogan. I may have information for you, but the tech was consumed in my prototype, after I determined how to use it without killing the subjects. The deaths were unfortunate, but I only need one success to start the process.
Personally, I think that giving the Krogan to the collectors was a bad idea in terms of long run, but oh well.
Your methods are extreme, but you know how to deconstruct a threat. Will you help us?
Perhaps I can strike a deal to secure passage, but my prototype is not negotiable. It is the key to my legacy.
Attention! I have traced the Krogan release. Okeer, of course. I'm calling blank slate on this project. Gas these commandos and start over from Okeer's data. Flush the tanks.
She's that weak-willed. She'll kill my legacy with a damn valve. Shepard, you want information on the collectors? Stop her. She'll try to access contaminants in the storage bay.
You could just start over like she plans to. What's the big deal?
This tank is pure. It involved as much trial as data. Starting over will not duplicate it. It must survive. Jedore will be with the rejected tanks. Kill her. I will stay and do what must be done. Kill Jedore, Shepard. I do what I must to save my legacy. Kill Jedore, Shepard. I do what I must to save my legacy.
So it seems now that we have to take out Jedore. She is gassing the tanks, and that pretty much means that his pet project over there will probably be gassed as well. So we're going to want to keep the Doctor happy in order to come with us, and that means doing what he wants for now. See if Morden will... Okay, there we go. Alright, and now I'm going to go ahead and make sure we don't have enough sniper rifle ammo. Okay.
Not a problem.
Taking position.
Might not be a good idea to put them there, to be honest.
Someone shut that bitch up.
Yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take cover in this room. I don't know if... hopefully you guys are safe.
Okeer isn't the only one with choice to command.
Not a problem.
You got it.
And the main reason is we're going to have some Krogan Berserkers to deal with.
Here, enjoy.
Krogan, closing in.
Okay. Now let's go ahead and do a little quick read.
Put him down. Oh.
That's taken up quite a chunk of our ammo. Alright, let's do this.
This worked nicely.
Okay, and we have a Emer mech already moving on us, so that's gonna make things a little tougher.
You can't escape everything.
Okay, here we go. Yeah.
Aye, soldier. Oh. Oh. Concussive shot.
Okay. Next up, there we go.
Oh.
Break them, kill them, I'll create more.
Keep them back.
There we go. Didn't want to use the power that time, because I want to take a look here. I think it's just the Emer mech that's moving up on us right now, so...
Go ahead, destroy. I will rebuild.
We got another Krogan moving up here. Right there. Okay. Let's see about taking you out. Okay. Incoming rocket.
Hold the line.
Kill that Krogan.
Yeah. Okay, need to go ahead and knock this guy down. There we go. Wait, not yet. Okay, there we go.
Firing concussive shot.
Got another Krogan coming out right there. It's right behind the Emer mech right now. Moving this way.
Escape everything. Deploying incineration tank.
I know it's not very useful against armor, but it does do a little bit of damage. It's kind of what I'm aiming for. Every bit of damage possible to slow this thing down. Could use Incinerate, but Reeve is going to hit faster, so...
Kill them, I'll create more! Go ahead, destroy. I will rebuild!
Must be stronger.
Okay. That should be most of the enemies in the room. At least the Krogan, anyway. Okay, let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna take out the mech.
Can't escape everything.
Almost got it. Okay, now we can start using some Incinerate and actually use it something that's actually going to be effective against it. Up until then, the entire point was just to whittle away at its shields with anything we had,
Shot.
just to minimize the amount of ammo we're using.
I'll create more.
And I'm probably running a little too low on this. Yeah. Okay, how about this? There we go.
Firing an impact shot.
Go ahead, destroy. I will rebuild!
Deploying incineration tank.
Defense systems active.
I know, it's kind of cheesing the fight, but honestly... Oh wow, yeah. Didn't realize that at first that I had this out, but... Now, I could shoot this guy's head off, but that's probably not going to be as... Does that really count as armor?
Just the thing to help.
I don't think so.
I'll build more. There's always...
Impending explosion.
I'll take it. Okay, I want you guys to move up here.
Will avoid direct fire.
Oh shit, guys, come on.
Enemies inbound.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Moving out of line of fire.
Okay, Zaid.
Moving to cover.
Let's go ahead and just start knocking them out of cover. There should be one...
Should burn through any armor.
Okay. Hang on.
Just the thing.
Trespasser!
Alarms in the lab. This just keeps getting better.
Shepard, the lab alarms coincided with the system's failure. The remaining lab systems are unprotected, and I have gained limited access. According to lab scanners, the room is flooded with toxins and Okeer's personal life signs are failing rapidly. I recommend haste.
Now, unfortunately, we can't do anything about Okeer. You can go ahead and rush there now if you want to, but Okeer's fate's pretty much sealed. So we're going to go ahead and take some time to look around here. Just want to go ahead and... I don't think there's anything to collect, but just to be safe, and if I do miss anything, I'll go ahead and reload from a save. In fact, I might make that save right now. Save myself some trouble. Just because I feel like it.
Contamination detected. Emergency vent in progress. Contamination detected. Emergency vent in progress.
If I knew why the Collectors wanted humans, I would tell you. But everything is in my prototype. My legacy is pure. This one soldier. This grunt. Perfect. You gave me time, Shepard. If I knew why the Collectors wanted humans, I would tell you. But everything is in my prototype.
Well, unfortunately, Okeer did not make it, so only thing left to do is to try and salvage what's left of his lab. At this point, the only thing to salvage would be this life tank.
He killed thousands of his own people, but he sacrificed himself to save this.
Delusional. Unlikely one Krogan, however strong, could have impact Okeer wanted. Am almost certain. Suggest leaving it.
Afraid he'll make your genophage obsolete?
No, but Krogan genetically dangerous, socially dangerous as well. Have enough enemies without adding this.
Normandy, Okeer is a no-go, but we have a package that needs retrieval. And he's a big one.
And we are done at Corliss. Unfortunately, after Okeer did not make it, but we did manage to salvage one of his research projects. He's created what he believes to be the perfect specimen, a Krogan that has optimal traits. So, let's go ahead and move down here. We managed to get a Krogan Vitality upgrade. I think that's pretty good, at least as far as like making sure we have stuff. Cyber rifle damage. I'm gonna have to cross-reference this with any guides or such to make sure I didn't miss anything. Just want to be absolutely sure. And if I do miss anything, I'll go ahead and edit it into the video. But for now, we're done, so let's go ahead and meet back on the Normandy.
Bringing the Krogan for study makes sense, but I have concerns about waking it.
Yeah, you've said that a few times now.
A normal Krogan is dangerous. This one was created and likely educated by a madman.
I see everyone's enjoying the new paperweight. Concerns?
We don't know anything about it, Commander.
I know. You don't find that interesting?
Krogan fight well at close quarters. Perhaps awakening him in a confined space wouldn't be prudent.
Noted. The cargo hold is safe enough while I decide what to do with him.
So obviously Miranda being the... Hang on, my cursor kind of trailing outside the window. Miranda being the cautious one does not want to take unnecessary risks. Totally understandable. And Jacob's like, well, it's your problem. Thanks, Jacob. I appreciate it. But let's go ahead, and I think what I should do is I should go ahead and save the crew combos for later. Let me take a look at the research terminal real quick. We've got enough platinum that we can upgrade our sniper rifle damage. Let's do that. We are an infiltrator, so that's going to be very useful for us. Let's take a look here. And that Krogan Vitality upgrade should be a pretty big hint for what's going to come out of that pod. Just in case you hadn't figured it out by now. But now we got that headshot damage, and I think what I'm going to do, we're going to go debrief with Joker and Kelly, and then at that point, I'm just going to go ahead, cut the video here.
Hadley, I heard about Ferris Fields. Any news on your brother?
He's gone. They're all gone. But we'll get them back.
Shepard and Lawson are on it. We'll get your brother back, and make sure the collectors pay for taking him.
And I'll probably make it easier for me to cut the video into portions. Because believe it or not, the recording's been running for about 46 minutes. It's gonna cause my video editing program to hiccup.
Primary systems clear.
A lot.
Commander.
So, how do you think we're doing?
Well, the Normandy's not as ready as she could be. There's always more we could upgrade. And as for the crew, you'd have to ask a people person.
I assume everything's going well up here?
It was, until the thing started questioning my every move. It won't let anything slide.
You were deliberately falsifying maintenance reports, Mr. Moreau.
Not falsifying, tweaking. I always round up on task times. It makes us look good when we come in under.
Harmless self-promotion. Edie can ease off on that.
Very well, Shepard.
Yeah, go pout. I win.
Joker.
Right. No hard feelings. Good game.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last. Zaid is like you, but takes checks. As long as it's not my money, we're good. No surprise, Morden acts superior to everyone, like he's got tenure at FU. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
So I actually just realized I need to go and activate that Krogan life pod before I can even get that extra line with Joker that I wanted. But we'll take care of that eventually. But for now, let's talk to Kelly real quick.
Is it true we have a pod containing a baby Krogan down in the cargo hold?
Not a baby. He's a full-grown super soldier ready for combat.
Please be careful if you decide to birth him. His personality is completely unknown. Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
You have unread messages at your private terminal. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything. Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
And we have an email, or actually, sorry, well, I guess we can call it email. I'm still trying to figure out extranet, internet, yeah, technically email. We have an email from Emily Wong. She was a reporter on the Citadel. We met her in the wards in Mass Effect 1, and we gave her some information on Fist via his OSD. We also helped her out with gathering information on traffic controllers. A bit of a questionable decision in that we had to circumvent the usual security protocols and bug CSEC, but we made that decision, now we're going to go ahead and live with it. You're alive? How come you broke whatever cover you've been under for 2 years but didn't offer an exclusive interview with your favorite reporter? Whenever you come up for air and ready to talk, let me know. Emily Wong. And we actually have one from the Omega Clinic desk. And I think this is actually from Daniel. Commander, I wanted to thank you again for saving me from those Batarians. I thought I'd seen the worst of people's anger and fear Dr. Souls' clinic. I had no idea how much anger his work was keeping in check, how bad it really was. If not for you, I'd be dead. Thank you. The clinic is doing well. You got rid of most of the plague, and I've been able to handle the rest without too much trouble. The Blue Suns keep offering to take over security here. I keep the mechs powered on. I won't make the same mistake twice. Thanks, Daniel. And there we go. Now we should have a nice clean inbox for now. But for the time being, I'm going to go ahead and cut it here and see if I can make this little recording shorter because it's going to be a pain in the ass to edit this without having too many problems where, well, for one, I don't want my video editing program to crash on me, but I guess I'll have to find out the hard way, right? But for now, I'm going to go ahead and tune out. Next time we pick up, I'm going to talk to the crew, and we're going to deal with that life pod. But until then, stay safe, folks. Have a good one. And do all that jazz. And you can go ahead and worry about the whole separate universe on your own. Just my word. Just take it from me.